Hi guys, so I want to make a sequel video to my first video on sungazing, discussing the benefits of sungazing, which I highly recommend you check out my channel, Let's Go Harry, and because I think that this ancient art, whilst we know it's powerful, it's nice to know the benefits of what's going on with sungazing, right? So to recap a little, although I do recommend you watch my first one, what I figured out and what we know about sungazing, what I'm trying to connect the dots on, in a basic yet deep level at the same time is, for the first video we know that, well, one of the main benefits of sungazing you can feel immediately, apart from the bliss you get, right, is your breath will slow down. So you'll notice your breath will slow down a lot. Like if you go out in sunlight, anytime your breath will slow down, but especially when you look at the sun, and I'm talking about midday and all kinds of sun. So first of all, your breath slows down. This is because of blood vessel dilation at the back of the eyes. There's blood vessels at the back of the eyes, right? And as soon as you look at the sun, the eye is designed to let a lot of light in very easily. The skin too, but it's a little harder because it's, you know, a thicker porous layer. But any kind of light can easily pass into the light synoptic system, so you can see. But also the blood vessels there get hit from the sun with the sungazing into the nitric oxide. It gets activated, and the blood vessels behind the eye. This dilates the blood vessels behind the eye. The eye is an extension of the brain, so therefore when we sungaze at any time, in effect we're activating blood vessel dilation of the whole entire brain, of the back of the eyes, but then the whole brain gets dilated, the blood vessels. This causes the blood vessel dilation to the brain, the brain causes slower breaths, slower breathing, and then this causes the brain waves to slow down, to calm down, which is important, right? We're stressed. This is why people report them feeling amazing and strong when we sungaze, and the brain waves slow down. But also beyond that, the brain waves start to get coherent, and what that means is the brain waves are working together like an orchestra in perfect harmony and not against each other. And they work against each other when we're ill, we don't look after our physical health, when we're emotionally unhealthy, when we're depressed. Our brain is all over the place. There's some brain firing at beta, gamma, delta, they're all over the place. They're not working together. We want the brain waves to be working together. How do we get the brain waves working together? Well, when we sungaze, we slow the breath down, the blood vessel in the brain, the blood vessels dilate, and there's more blood to the brain. That's the key. More blood to the brain, slower breaths is the key to brainwave coherence. So then the brainwaves start getting coherent, and then the magic happens, and you know, you start feeling amazing. Because now your brain was working properly. It's like switches your brain on to a blissful state, in much the same way as transcendental meditation, and many other health practices, but just in a powerful way. So that was the first video, focusing mainly on the brain, because, you know, sungazing does amazing things for the brain. Now with this one I want to add on an important one with sungazing and hormones. So to try and explain this to you guys. Again, any time of sungazing, not just sunrise, sunset, but midday sungazing too, it's optimizing the fuck out of our hormone levels. Really important hormones. For example, UVB light for the midday sun, the midday sungazing, UVB is necessary to convert tryptophan into serotonin and melatonin, and also tyrosine into dopamine. UVB is an essential form of light to do those conversions. Now, those prerequisites to the full-on hormones tryptophan, tyrosine are always circulating in your blood, and your blood needs UVB light to catalyze those into serotonin and dopamine, and melatonin, which I'm sure you agree are very important hormones for your optimal hormone health. Serotonin, dopamine during the day, and melatonin at night. Now, UVB is essential to that process, and normally UVB will work that through the skin. So UVB light hits the skin. The more skin you expose, then the blood vessels dilate. UVA-induced nitric oxide, they call it. So UVA light hits the skin from the midday sun, and then that causes the blood vessels to dilate via nitric oxide, and the blood vessel dilation allows more blood into the top layers of the skin, and therefore the UVB, which is a very short wavelength, highly energetic, can penetrate and hit. Right, so that works, and that works as one way that UV light via UVA, UVB can optimize your hormone function through the skin. But there's an even better way, well, not a better way, but a quicker way, a more powerful way, and that is to sungaze. Because now we don't have the skin as a barrier at all, you know, and the blood vessel dilation, more blood to the surface skin. You've got the eyes. When you do the midday sungazing, this layer is designed to let more light in. Even UVA light can pass very easily through the eye. So when it does, you do the midday sun, you get a blast of UV light into the blood vessels behind the eye, and therefore the hormones get activated the fuck out of. Tyrosine can be converted into dopamine, and tryptophan can be converted into serotonin and melatonin. So that's really key to understanding. I could talk a little bit deeper on it, but that's just the basic synthesis of how sunlight optimizes your hormone levels, but particularly sun gazing, and in this instance midday sun gazing. Of course, there's major benefits to, and I suggest people start out with the sunrise sunset benefits. That's a red light, but effectively when you're doing any kind of sun gazing, you're allowing those frequencies of visible and invisible light into the eyes and into the blood system, because there's blood, a huge pools of blood behind the back of the eyes, and every 2 hours the entire blood network passes behind the back of the eye. The longer the sun gaze, the better you feel. But yes, that is a quick summary of brain training and also hormone optimization, and if you want to go deeper as well, circadian rhythm reset. You want to reset your circadian rhythm and have your hormones firing at optimal times too. The way to do that is through getting a lot of sunlight, even under cloud cover, but of course you can optimize that circadian rhythm and hormone optimization with sun gazing. So, hope you got a lot of value from this video. Let me know what you think, see if I'm right, wrong. I don't think I am, but I think this is a topic that I'm going to go a lot deeper of. I'll give you a basic synopsis, and I've been thinking deeper on it, but I just can't explain it fully. Because it's a complicated subject, and I still got more thinking to do on it, but let me know how this one came out, and if you agree with my synthesis. Peace.